everybody. Thanks for joining in on my page. One of the most important things for us to do during this unpredictable time is to connect. And I'm connecting with my friend Shannon Cohen. And Shannon, thank you so much for hanging out with me.
This is such a joy. Thank you for having me, Jenny. This is great.
You know, I think that more than ever, we need those moments of inspiration. And you are my go-to. I listen to your podcast. If you haven't yet, make sure you check that out. Tough Skin, Soft Heart is really a passion project for you. Not even a project. This has become your thing. You're changing lives, my friend.
It is purpose work. I feel like it is exactly what I have been placed on the earth to do. And I think that more than ever, especially in this season of social distancing, which is the antithesis of what we need. When you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we need touch, we need connection as human beings. And so I've really been, even before everything that's happened with the pandemic, just really being very thoughtful as a business owner about how do we create and cultivate both goods and services that allow people to connect and to be well emotionally.
Entrepreneurs like yourself are having to rethink, reframe their outlook and how they keep their business going during this tough time.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. We've gone back to homeschooling. We've gone back to cooking all of our meals or, getting them, delivered to our homes. But then I think, I've resurrected the old school method of letter writing, right? That we can write letters as a form of touch because we know that words heal, words uplift, words recharge. And so I think you're right. We're in a season of pivot.
And it's interesting that you bring up the writing because one of the things that I really was trying to do this year, being very intentional, is sending out a card or two to people who I see are either struggling, celebrating, whatever it may be on social media. Then I'll just drop them a little card. And that was for me joyful. That's joyfulness because I'm able to share their time of, like I said, either celebration or grief. Mm-hmm. And you are making that easy for us right now.
I've been lovingly calling this the snail mail revolution because my husband always jokes. He's like, you are single-handedly keeping USPS in business. But I think there is, I'm grateful for the virtual platforms that we have, right? But I think it communicates something extra special when someone knows not only did you take the time to purchase a card, you thought about the right message or you pinned yourself the right message inside. You got the stamp. You went through all of the physical and emotional labor to express care in a way that becomes a keepsake, right? And I think we're inundated with so much email and so much social media that to have your regular mail of bills and circulars disrupted with a note of compassion or concern or celebration, it makes the world of difference more than ever now, because I think part of why we launched this letter writing service again, we've been incubating it for a while, but we just said now is the time because it really came from me being in a mastermind class with a woman who her daughter just had a baby, so a new grandma who is sheltered in place. And so she can't physically be with her daughter through the labor or the delivery or this new baby. And so now we have pandemic on top of the stress of being geographically disconnected, right? And so I think letters create this way to build bonds and to have meaningful connection, right? We're seeing people have virtual happy hours or virtual birthday parties. And, with a card, you can still celebrate someone. You can celebrate the life of someone. You can celebrate a birthday. And then we all know people that have lost loved ones in this time. And, they're postponing funeral services. So all of these nuances just mean we have to get creative in how we connect. Decided to do is I've been saying for the same amount you would pay for a cup of coffee, we not only will help you select the card based on whatever theme. So if it's an encouragement card, celebrating a difference maker, if it's birthday or sympathy, we will actually curate the message inside. We'll mail it for you all for $6.
Oh my gosh.
We'll take pictures of the card, pictures of the inside so that you see what we say before we send it out to who you have in mind. But we want to relieve we really are looking to care for folks that have that intention of heart. They see something like you mentioned earlier, it grabs their heart. They see someone in their network that's struggling. They want to send a word of encouragement, may not know what to say, may be overwhelmed in their own lives, real talk, and need someone else to just take care of the lift, right? So we do the lift of helping you touch people that matter to you.
And I will say, having been on the receiving end from some of your cards in the past, that moment when you're expecting nothing but bills in your mail and you open the card and you see that it's this beautiful message, and it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a novel. Just those little words of encouragement. Boy, does that really uplift you in a way that sometimes can just be so emotionally, stirring. And so I think that this is a wonderful way to stay connected with each other. Explain to us how you go about the process. You go online and you can actually see the messaging then?
We actually make it even easier because I mean, the truth is so many of us are navigating so many new realities that to add something else to a plate that's already feeling so heavy could be the tipping point. So what we ask is that you just send us a quick email to info@shannoncohen.com. and you give us the recipient's name, their address, pronouns we should use, and the theme. And and you cash app us $6 to Shannon Cohen Inc. and we literally do the rest. So we'll pick the card for you. We craft and curate the message. All of the messages are handwritten. Our turnaround has been 24 hours and it has been amazing. It has been amazing to see. It's a blessing both ways. It is a blessing for us to see how words can be used to bring a sense of stability and wellness, calm and chaos. It's been great to do that and to be this just kind of a conduit of care when we all need it most.
So Shannon, how can people listen to the podcast? How can people get to those cards? Is there either a website that you want people to go on, or do you want them to connect with you on Facebook? What works best?
Yeah, I think that we have a variety of ways. I kind of feel like Panera, like you pick two. We have all of these ways. So shannoncohen.com. The website is always, that's kind of headquarters. If you start at headquarters, we'll get you plugged in. You can connect to the podcast from that. You can connect to the store from that. That's a total perfect gateway. But we're also on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So, I think that different people are creating different boundaries as it relates to social media. So if you are creating some healthy boundaries with that, then shannoncohen.com is the perfect gateway.
Thank you, Shannon, so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.